Hello, friends. Welcome back to another day in second grade. Today is a very special day because today in reading, we are going to be reading our very first story in our workbooks. So, yeah, that's right. We're going to be reading our very first story in our workbooks. And as you guys know, there are 5 workbooks that we need to work in for second grade, and we are working in the very first one. So this is a special day because we're going to be reading our first story. All right, let's go ahead and get right into it and see what our objective for the day is in reading. Our objective for the day is, I can tell, I'm sorry, let me just try to get this out of here. Our objective is, I can read realistic fiction and understand its characters. So yes, today we are going to be reading our story, our very first story, and it is going to be realistic fiction. And we are going to be paying special attention to the characters in the story, okay? So, what is realistic fiction? Well, realistic fiction is a fiction story. So, fiction means fake. You guys should know that from kindergarten. It's a fiction story that has a couple of elements that might make it seem real. So, the characters might seem real. The setting might seem real. The problems that they're having might seem real. But, overall, it's a made-up story. The author made it up. So, as our objective said, today we are going to be talking about, and this week we are going to be talking specifically about the characters in our story. So that's what we're going to be paying special attention to. We're going to be paying special attention to the characters in the realistic fiction story. We're going to think in our heads, how do the characters think and act themselves? Do they think and act like real people? Do they remind us of us or the people that we know? So as we're reading, I want you to ask yourself these questions, okay? Think of what the characters are, how they look, what are they doing, what do they think, how do they feel, and what do they say, okay? So all of these things are going to play a key role because it's going to probably make them seem real. Okay, so I want you to think about these things. What do they do? What do they say? How do they feel? And what do they think? And how are they real? Okay, or how do they seem real? All right, so without further ado, let's go get right into our story. Okay, so our story this week is called Maybe Something Beautiful. How Art Transformed a Neighborhood, and the author who wrote this is called F. Isabel Campoy and Teresa Howell. And the illustrator, the person who drew the pictures, his name is Rafael Lopez. Okay, so again, we are thinking in our brains, how do the characters think and act? How do they feel, and why do they seem real? Okay, what are they doing that seems realistic? Okay. Oh. There we go. Okay. In the heart of a gray city, there lived a girl who loved to doodle, draw, color, and paint. Every time she saw a blank piece of paper, Mira thought to herself, maybe. And because of this, her room was filled with color and her heart was filled with joy. On her way to school one day, Mira gave a round apple to Mr. Henry, the owner of the shop down the street. She gave a flower to Miss Lopez, the lady with sparkling eyes. She gave a songbird to Mr. Sachs and a red heart to the policeman who walked up and down the streets. On her way home, Mira taped a glowing sun onto the wall, hiding in the shadows. Her city was less gray, but not much. The next day, Mira saw a man with a pocket full of paintbrushes. He gazed at the wall. He looked at her son. He held his fingers up in a large square and peered through them. He said thoughtfully. What do you see? Mira asked. Maybe something beautiful, the man replied. Then, just like that, he dipped a brush in the paint. Bam! Pow! The shadows scurried away. Sky blue cut through the gloom. The man's laughter was like a rainbow spreading across the sky. Who are you? Mira asked. I'm an artist, he said, a muralist. I paint on walls. I'm an artist too, she told him. He handed Mira a brush. Then come on! Mira dipped it in the loudest color she saw. Yow-wee! The wall lit up like sunshine. As the man drew pictures on the bricks, Mira added color, punch, and pizzazz. Soon Mr. Sachs joined in. Then came others. Everyone painted to the rhythm. Salsa, merengue, bebop. Even Mira's mama painted and danced the cha-cha-cha. The whole neighborhood became a giant block party. Until... the policeman walked up. Excuse me, he said. The music stopped. Mira put her brush down. They were surely in trouble. The officer cleared his throat and then paused. May I paint with you? He asked. So Mira handed him a paintbrush, and the music started again. Teachers and papas joined in, babies too. Mira and the man handed out paintbrush after paintbrush. Color spread throughout the streets. So did joy. Wherever Mira and the man went, art followed like a string of a kite. After they colored the walls, they painted utility boxes and benches. They decorated sidewalks with poetry in shine. And everyone danced. Together, they created something more beautiful than they had ever imagined. When their clothes were spattered with a million colors, everyone sat down to rest, except the muralist. His eyes sparkled. You, my friends, are all artists, he told them. The world is your canvas. He smiled wide, then pulled everything together in big sweeping motions. His paintbrush was like a magic wand. When he finished, Mira added one more bird way up in the sky. Maybe, she thought, just maybe. The end. Okay, so now that we've finished our story, I want you to ask yourself, what made the characters seem real? How did the characters feel? How did Mira feel? How did the man with the paintbrush feel? How did the neighbors feel? What did they do that made them seem real? Did they act real? Did they talk like real people? Did they have a real problem? Okay. Well, those are the questions that I want you to ask yourself, okay? And when we go to do our work together, we're going to answer those questions. So I want you to think in your head, what did Mira do that made her seem real? What did she feel? How did she act? And what did the other characters in the story do to make them seem real? Was it something that you would do, or is it something that somebody that you know would do and like? All right, that's the end of the story, you guys. I will see you when you do your work. Bye.